Well. Just when you thought it was safe to come back on the internet, my petty ass is back on it. Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Mays, and this is Johnny Knows Best. I want to thank everyone for clicking on the show. Thanks for clicking on my podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope y'all are having a good weekend. I hope y'all are having a happy Sunday. This is the first episode I've done in about a month and a half after a brief hiatus due to some health issues and some personal issues that I was having. But more on that later. Everything is back on track, and I wanted to get the show back on track. And boy, do I have a lit, awesome, kick-ass, lit, I had to say lit twice, episode for y'all today. I'm going to be discussing murder, infidelity, sex, fraud, people lying, all kinds of topics. So I hope you listen to the entire thing. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you follow me on Spreaker. I hope you go to Johnny Knows Best, my Facebook page, and follow me. I hope you share it on your page. I hope you follow me on YouTube. All the things that I need you to do. I hope you do it. But before we get into today's episode, one more last thing that I have to do is I have to thank all the people that were concerned about me, that sent me text messages and phone calls and DMs, and people that contacted my sister and my mom because they were worried about me going missing for about a month. I really do appreciate all the concern and all the love. It makes me feel, some kind of way. I don't want to get a little emotional. I'm just kidding. But I really do appreciate people being concerned about me. It really means a lot to me. And also, I want to wish the person that means the most to me, Mabel Mays, my mother, my mom, a very, very happy 65th birthday. It's actually her birthday tomorrow on February 18th, on Monday. But I just want to tell my mom happy birthday. And if you come in contact with her in the next 24 hours, wish her, give her a hug and wish her happy birthday. I know she'll get a kick out of that. So now that we got all the emotional, sweet shit out of the way, let's get into some petty stuff.
Johnny Knows Best may contain adult language and explicit content. Parental discretion is advised. Host and subject matter may be offensive, extremely petty, or both. Additionally, Johnny Knows Best is not liable for guest content, censorship, or hurt feelings.
Johnny, yes, Papa. Don't eat no sugar. I want Papa. Are you telling lies? No, Papa. Night. I want cookies and I'm gonna get it. Nobody's around to catch me red-handed. I think somebody's coming now. No. Gotta put the cookies down. Oh. Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling lies, no, Papa. Open your mouth, Johnny wants some sugar now, oh yeah. I really want some cookies. Johnny wants some sugar now, oh yeah.
It is Sunday, February 17th, 2019, and this is Johnny Knows Best. Like I said, this is episode 39, the return of Black Angus, or Black Angus Returns, however it is I end up typing it up. I really do appreciate all y'all listening and everyone that's, still listening to this show, even after it's not on any kind of set schedule. Like, I'll put out an episode and then I'll go away for a few months and you won't hear anything, and then I'll pop back up with a new episode. So if you're still listening, I really do appreciate it. I really want to try to start putting these episodes out on a regular basis. I don't want to go like months without posting an episode. But sometimes like real life stuff gets in the way, and you have to. I'm not able to do the show. I had a very very bad seizure last. I think it was like on the 9th of January, and I passed out in my kitchen, and I almost died. Probably one of the worst seizures I've ever had, and I've had close probably to 60 seizures in my lifetime, and this was probably the worst seizure I've ever had, and I almost died. And a lot of people don't know how close I came to not being here anymore. But it was very very serious, and I was in the hospital for a while. I wasn't able to work for about a month. I wasn't able to work, and I was just really out of it. And then when I started to get better, I started to recover and come back from it. I was going through a very, very bad bout of depression, and I wasn't on social media, and I sure didn't feel like doing a podcast. So, that's basically why there hasn't been an episode. But we're back now. On some stronger medication. I'm still getting my treatments. I'm feeling, I'm taking it one day at a time. I've been back at work, and I think I'm going to be okay. Hopefully that I start to get even better, and I don't go back downhill again, because I don't want to get that close to death as I got that one morning back in January. But I'm so happy to be back on this show. I really love doing this show. This is not only like a second job to me, but it's also like a great hobby. It's great therapy too, to be able to get on here and to talk about anything I want to talk about. Talk about topics that are on my mind, things that are in my heart and my soul. Give my opinions on stuff, and to be funny and entertaining, and to be petty, and to be, just informative. And the fact that people listen to it and like it, that's just a bonus for me. But even if no one listened to this show, if no one listened, I still would get on here and do this as much as I can, because I really do love Johnny Knows Best. I love it that much. But, let's talk about, all these different things that are going on. There's a lot of different things that have gone on in the past month that I did not get to address because I was not on social media, and I wasn't doing this show. So a lot of things happened over the last month and a half, that I haven't even gotten a chance to address. And I'm going to try to get through as much topics as I can on today's episode. I don't want to go really long, because people lose interest, if you go really, really long. So I'm going to try to talk about the main things that are going on right now, going on this weekend. I'm going to try to get through as many of those things as I can and give, those topics time. And if I have to, I think I'm going to be recording another episode, later on today, which, probably won't go up till later on in the week. I won't post it probably till Tuesday or Wednesday, because, I'm dropping this episode today, right now. So, but I'm trying to do 2 episodes a day, and hopefully have a guest on this next episode. That might fall through, because a lot of times, anytime you try to schedule a guest, it usually falls through because they either change their mind, or something comes up, or they can't do the show, and then I end up being solo. So more than likely it'll just be me, but I'll try to have a guest on. I actually got more than one person helping me produce this show now, so it's not just me doing it. It's mostly me, but I actually have other people that are helping me. And shout out to all the couple of associate producers that I don't know. They might not want me to announce their name, so I'll just call them my associate producers. I really do appreciate y'all helping me out because I'm not able to pay y'all because, I don't make any money from doing this, at least not yet. That's the plan, to be able to, monetize this and to make some money off of it eventually, but it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully by the end of this year, it will happen. So anyway, let's talk about, let's get into some of these topics because I only got about 30 minutes of airtime left. Okay, first of all, let's get into the murder part of the situation. A lot of y'all heard about this over the last 24 hours. Apparently, here in Alabama, in Sampson, Alabama, a cop killed his wife and escaped on foot. And at first, there were rumors that this cop had been apprehended and was in custody. But now, and that turned out not to be true. And as I'm recording this, it's about 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. And this happened yesterday. This happened sometime late Saturday night. They hadn't caught this guy yet, this cop that killed his wife. I don't have his name in front of me, but he was still at large. I know they set up a lot of roadblocks in Enterprise last night looking for this guy. And as far as I know, they still haven't caught him yet. Maybe by the time, like I said, I'm recording this pretty early on Sunday morning. By the time I post this episode, they might have caught him by then. And if they have, then great. But, when I woke up this morning and I started recording this episode, they had not caught this guy yet. So, so if you're in the Enterprise, Geneva, Sampson area, be on the lookout for, you can look this guy up on the internet. He's a really creepy looking motherfucker, for real. Like, he looks like he crazy or a pedophile / murderer. And I don't know any of the details of why he killed his wife, but apparently they had like 4 kids or something in that stand. I'm probably getting this wrong. They had more than one child, I know that. It might not have been 4 kids, but he killed his wife, and they said this guy is armed and dangerous. So hopefully they've caught him by now. Like I said, I haven't really been on Facebook or Twitter. I haven't seen any updates on the situation, but it's very, very serious. So just letting y'all know, if you're out and about, be careful. It's real out there. It's real out there. But yeah, other than, the murderer, the killer that's out and about and free and roaming the streets, I hope y'all are having a great weekend. I am. I worked 9 days straight after I had my little seizure and my health scare that I didn't work for about a month. And then I came back recently to work the week before last, and I ended up working 9 days straight. I finally got a day off yesterday, and boy, did that day off come. It couldn't have came any sooner because I was starting to run out of gas. I really was. I didn't know how many days straight I was going to end up working, but I got a day off yesterday. Decided to take the day off too, because what am I trying to prove by working all these days straight when I got all these holes in my brain? When I have 2 tumors, what am I trying to prove to anyone? I don't need to work myself to death, and there's no reason for me to kill myself. It really isn't. It gets kind of ridiculous that a lot of the stuff that happens to me can be avoided if I just wouldn't push myself so hard. So I know y'all are saying, a lot of y'all are saying, wow, I've been telling you this for years and you don't listen. But someone very special to me that I've been really talking to the last month or so when I was going through my health stuff, that helped me get through that whole ordeal, and she was there for me. It really made me think that I really gotta start taking better care of myself. I gotta start putting myself first. And that's what I plan on doing. So I took Saturday off. I'm taking Sunday off. I'll probably go to Monday. I'm not on the schedule to be there tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow. I probably will. Knowing me, I'm going to go tomorrow and work all day, and probably Tuesday also. But, I'm just trying to ease back into things, and I want to ease back into this show. I do want to try to do this show more frequently. And that's why I've asked a couple people to help me when it comes to during intros. Some of y'all might notice I had a different kind of intro today, and it's because I asked a person to be sort of like my producer / co-host, and she agreed, and hopefully I can record an episode with her later on today, so we can discuss some things, some things that she wants to talk about, and some things that are going on in the world. But yeah, I had to get some help to do this show because I realized that if I really want Johnny Knows Best to go to that next level, if I really want to start monetizing it and making some money off of it, and making it a big deal, I got to get some help. I can't do it all by myself. That's my number one problem in life, is I try to do everything by myself, whether it's at work, whether it's with my family, whether it's, this podcast. I try to do everything by myself, and, I succeed for the most part, but then, when it gets to be overwhelming and I get overwhelmed, that's when I end up suffering because of it. And if I learned anything in 2019, it's that I'm trying to get to the point where I ask for help more than just trying to do everything myself. That's my goal. So let's get into the main story of the weekend right now. The main thing that's going on that I want to discuss. It's wrestling, pro wrestling related, but it really doesn't have anything to do with pro wrestling per se, although it does involve two people that are involved in WWE. But other than that, you don't have to, I know not everybody that listens to my show even watches wrestling. So you don't have to be a wrestling fan to listen to me discuss this next topic, because it has nothing to do with WWE or pro wrestling specifically. But WWE announcer Corey Graves, he's the announcer on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown Live also. This guy that he has his wife, I know her name is Amy, I can't remember her last name, Mrs. Corey Graves, his wife Amy, basically on Instagram yesterday, she basically dropped the bombshell that Corey has been cheating on his wife of 11 years. Not just with any woman, not just with some random woman, but with WWE superstar Carmella, WWE female wrestler Carmella. Corey and Carmella have this thing going on. They both know it's wrong, but it's too strong. That's a Mr. Jones song for I just gave out my age just then by making that analogy. But anyway, Corey Graves has been cheating on his wife with Carmella, and I don't know how long this has been going on. But I guess it just came to his wife's attention recently. Or, maybe she's known for a while and she's just now dropping it on social media. I don't know. But she basically shared this on Instagram. Not only did she share that, that Corey was stepping out on his wife, but she also, shared text messages, a text message conversation between Corey Graves and her. Where he's basically telling her, that he's so depressed because of this situation. He wants to go to sleep and not wake up. and this is it for him, and that WWE just called him, and she needs to take that post down. So I'm thinking that happened last night because he was talking about the first post that she had posted, that the wife had posted about him cheating on her with Carmella. So then this second post was basically that text message conversation about how he said WWE is threatening to sue her, which I think that's just something that he said. That he that's something he wants her to believe. I don't think WWE can sue you over you saying that your spouse who works for them is cheating on them. I don't think that doesn't make any sense. WWE doesn't get involved in shit like that. They just don't. The same thing happened a year or two ago, probably like around 2 years, when Bray Wyatt, WWE wrestler Bray Wyatt, was cheating on his wife with another announcer, JoJo. And then WWE, as far as I know, his wife exposed him on the internet. I don't think WWE ever, filed any kind of thing against her because it's her social media. How can WWE police that? And he was saying that, I guess he was saying that it was defamation of character because of what his wife was saying. But Corey, I gotta tell you, homie, I don't think it's defamation of character if it's true. And apparently this is true. And you can say, well, Johnny, how do you know it's true? You weren't there. How do you know he's cheating on his wife? Well, I think it's true because he basically admitted that it was true by saying, that he messed up so bad that he wants to go to sleep and never wake up and all this kind of stuff that Corey was saying. He kind of admitted it, kind of confirmed it. Never in the conversation does he say, no, this isn't true. No, I didn't cheat on you. I didn't do anything wrong. He's not begging her to take him back because I think he kind of confirms it. He admits that, he stepped out on his wife. So basically, when the internet found out about this, the internet is going hard as a motherfucker on Carmella. Saying she's a hoe and saying she's a trash and a slut for, because Corey's married and Carmella, obviously knew that he was married. She's been working with the guy for years and she slept with him anyway. So people are really going hard. People on the internet are really going hard on Carmella and they're really not giving the same kind of, it's a huge double standard. It really is. They're not really going after Corey as badly. People are, but not as badly. And I think, personally, I was talking to my friend Will, shout out to Big Will. They're both at fault equally. Because you could give Carmella a pass if Carmella didn't know that Corey was married. But, she did. She had a birthday shout out Instagram video to his children. So she was aware that he was married. The wife shared that too. This woman, Corey Graves' wife, was on point. She had the screenshots, the videos. I don't know what other proof she has, but if she has any more proof, you can expect it to be released on the internet in the next day or so. She is dropping it. She's not backing down, and she's not intimidated by him saying that WWE is going to sue her. This woman, she's hurt, she's scorned, and she has a right to be hurt. She has a right to be mad. Recently, I think a few days ago, I posted on Facebook that, I don't understand how when people get scorned or people get hurt and they find out their partners are cheating on them, why do they post all their, screenshots and, why do they post their business on social media? I really have an issue with that because I think sometimes it's when being petty goes too far. You know, I actually said that a few days ago before any of this mess even happened. But, however, to add to that, you know, this woman was with Corey Graves for 11 years, according to her. I guess, you know, they've been married probably before he even got, like, signed to WWE. You know, she's been with him. She said she was with him through his addiction, you know, his depression, his suicidal tendencies. She's been to hell and back with this man. You know, she's had kids with this guy, and you know, she's hurt. She's angry, and she even said when she posted, you know, maybe this is too much. Maybe I'm doing too much by even doing this. You know, but you know, this is how I feel. You know, this is wrong. That I feel betrayed by this man, that he would do this to me. And not only do this to me, but do it with someone that my daughters look up to. You know, her daughters idolize Carmella. You know, her daughters looked up to Carmella, and like I said, you know, I think Carmella, she sent out messages, personal messages to the little girls on their birthday. That's how close she was with this family. So this woman is really hurt by this whole thing. So, you know, it's very emotional, and she felt very troubled. So she dropped the screenshots. The pictures, the videos. I don't know if there's any video. I don't know if she has any video evidence. Obviously, she found out about this recently to be doing all this now. Like, she hasn't known about it for a long time. Who knows how long this has been going on, or if it happened more than one time, if it's still going on with Corey and Carmella. Yes, I do think they're both at fault. Do I think it's going to affect either one of them professionally? Corey, I think it definitely will. I don't see Corey being on an Elimination Chamber tonight. I could be totally wrong about that. I'll be very surprised if he's on there tonight, or if they don't end up pulling him and putting JBL or somebody else on in his place, just because of the stuff that's going on social media right now. Even this morning, when I woke up this morning, I saw some more stuff. WWE, you know, they have like sponsors and investors and stuff. This is a PR nightmare for them. I just don't see them not pulling him tonight, and I don't expect him to be on the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view tonight. He might be on Raw tomorrow night, but I just don't see them putting him on Elimination Chamber. I could be completely wrong about that. Maybe they won't do anything. They're either going to pull him, or they're not going to do anything. Those are the two choices. Now, do I think this will affect them professionally? Yeah. As far as Carmella goes, I don't see her being WWE Women's Champion on either show, either Raw or SmackDown, anytime soon. I don't see her being, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion anytime soon. Her partner, that she's teaming with tonight at WWE Elimination Chamber, Naomi got into some trouble last week with the police because her husband, Jimmy Uso, got a DUI, and Naomi was going to fight the cops, so she got into some hot water. So the fact that her and Carmella are a team, and this shit dropped with Carmella over the weekend, yeah, that's not happening. They're not winning the titles anytime soon. I'm sorry if you think that, or if you're looking forward to that. I don't expect that. I'll be really surprised if Carmella and Naomi win the tag team titles tonight. I actually think it's probably going to be, if I had to pick the team that wins the first WWE tag team titles, I think it'll be Nia Jax and Tamina. But I know a lot of wrestling fans are tuning out now, or people, a lot of non-wrestling fans, because they don't know what I'm talking about. But going back to this Corey Graves Carmella thing, you can say all you want. Well, WWE doesn't care about people, cheating on their spouses. That doesn't have anything to do with what they do at work, Johnny. WWE doesn't care about that. You can say that shit all you want, but I submit to you, Bray Wyatt and JoJo. When's the last time you saw JoJo on television? You don't. You don't see JoJo anymore. They say that, she's not on the road for personal issues. But, and then Bray Wyatt, I don't think I've seen Bray Wyatt on WWE television since last summer. So, it's February. We're about to go in. It's about to be summer again in a few months. And I hadn't seen him. They say they're repackaging him and he's getting ready to return with a new gimmick. But I think this whole thing with him and JoJo has a lot to do with why you don't really see that much of either one of them. And when you do see him, they don't do anything with them. They're not being pushed. They're not winning championships, or you don't see these people on television because of this. It's just a mess. And Corey, he should have kept it in his pants. As sexy as Carmella is, and Carmella is sexy as hell. Don't get it twisted. Probably number 2 woman I would, if I had a choice of who to sleep with in WWE, I would go number 1, Becky, number 2, Ronda Rousey, for, other issues. Number 3, maybe Charlotte, and number 4 would be Carmella, because her body she has a booming ass body. Carmella does. But it's not worth it. It's not worth 11 years of your marriage, relationship with your children, because they're not going to look at you the same. It's not worth, causing bullshit at work, where you might lose your opportunity, to be on Raw or SmackDown. It's just not worth it, dude. You messed up. And the best thing to do right now is to release a public statement saying that you messed up. And then, you can move on for that. But he's not doing that. He's handling it all the wrong way. He's trying to turn it back on his wife, and that's just not going to work. It's not going to work, Corey. And I'm saying this like Corey Graves is listening to the show. But, yeah, man. The last little topic, and it's not a little topic either, but I only got a little under 12 minutes to talk. But the last topic I want to get into is this whole Jussie Smollett. Is it Smollett or Smollett? The dude that plays on Empire. He plays Jamal on Empire. About 2, I want to say it might be a little over 2 weeks ago now. It was at least 2 weeks ago. He said he was attacked by two white guys that were wearing Make America Great Again hats. And he said these people attacked him. And basically, they were calling him all kinds of racial slurs and homophobic slurs, because Jussie is gay. He's a gay man, an openly gay man. His character on Empire and in real life, he's gay. So, anyway, reportedly when this happened a couple weeks ago, he said that these were two white guys with, they tied a rope around his neck, they beat him, they dragged him in the street and tried to kill him or whatever, and were shouting threats the whole time. So, when he told this story, there were a lot of holes in this story in the very beginning. Like the details, like certain things didn't add all the way up. And, over time, the police, Chicago PD, because this happened in Chicago, they started to investigate it, and, they wanted him to turn over his phone records or whatever, and he didn't want to do that at first, which is super fishy. Because why wouldn't you turn over your phone records? You know, if you were the one that got attacked, it was just super fishy. And then when he finally did turn over his phone records, like a week later, there was some more investigating that was done. And come to find out that now, and all this is alleged because there's two different scenarios that are going on here. I'm going to get to the other scenario in a minute. But the first scenario, the main scenario that's being projected over this past weekend is that, first of all, it wasn't two white guys. It was they arrested two potential suspects to this crime. And these motherfuckers are blacker than the ace of spades. They're Nigerian black. They're blacker than me. And if you know me in real life, you know I'm pretty dark skinned. These guys are black dudes, not white guys. They weren't, they're not Trump supporters like he first told the cops. And reportedly, the more information that's coming out on this whole situation is that he paid these two black dudes to fake jump him. And the whole thing was a setup that he orchestrated. Now, doesn't this sound like some Empire shit that would happen on the show Empire if y'all watch the show? And the only reason, I really don't watch Empire, but the reason why I'm so familiar with it is my mom, she's been binging Empire before this even happened. Before this even, this whole thing with Jesse even happened, she started watching Empire on Hulu, and she watched like all 5 seasons in like a week and a half. So I'm very familiar with his character Jamal. I know, I know who this guy is. I don't know him. Like I've never met him. I don't know him personally, but I'm very familiar with this guy. And to find out that he might have orchestrated this whole thing and paid these guys to attack him, because reportedly, his character on Empire was going to get killed off. I don't know if it's going to happen this season or next season or when. But I guess the idea is that he did this whole thing for a publicity stunt to get Fox to change their mind, or to get the producers of Empire to change their minds on killing them all. That's why he would have hired the guys, which does make a lot of sense to me, what I think is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. But because all this stupid shit that happens on a daily basis, you can actually believe it. And maybe what happened is, if that's true, and it's all alleged, you gotta say alleged, because people freak out when they find out stuff is true or not true. If that's true, then maybe, he didn't think that it would become a national story. Like, this became a national story pretty quickly. And maybe he didn't think that when he did this, it was going to get the kind of attention that it got. I think it was like, for a few days, it was like the number one story in America. It really was. Him being attacked, because the rhetoric was, that they were white Trump supporters and people that were racist and homophobic. And now come to find out, that probably didn't happen. They were definitely not white. Probably definitely not homophobic. If they were his friends or people that he knew, I don't know, man. It's really fucked up. I was talking to my friend about it yesterday. The fact that he would do this, and a lot of us were fans of his, and now, we can't even really, what can you say if you supported him? Like, I wonder what, like, his co-stars, like, Taraji P. Henson and, what's the guy's name on Empire? I can't think of his name now. Oh, man. You know what I'm talking about. The guy that plays Lucius on Empire. What do they think now? Because they came out and supported him immediately. But now it's looking like, the evidence don't lie. And, it would seem that he set this whole thing up for the police to think that they have more than, just circumstantial evidence on this whole situation. So, what do they think? Terrence Howard. I don't know why I can't think of his name. That's the guy that plays Lucius on Empire. Like I said, my mom watched the entire series in like a week and a half. She went through all 5 seasons. She watched like 12 episodes a day of Empire. But, I don't know, man. It's fucked up. It really is. A lot of fucked up stuff going on. People cheating on people, people murdering people. And, this guy saying these people attacked me. And, a lot of us fed into it because a lot of these people, let's be honest, a lot of people, not everyone is racist that votes for Donald Trump. Not everyone is homophobic that voted for Donald Trump. But it was easy for us to buy into that and to believe it, wasn't it? It was like, tell me when you first heard this story that you didn't automatically believe it. I think even if you're a Trump supporter, you'd automatically think that there was something to it. It's crazy, man. It's some there's a lot of just unbelievable bullshit going on. And I'm glad that I'm doing better. I wouldn't say I'm doing better. I still have a brain tumor, still cancerous, but I'm glad that I'm not dead and that, or not dead yet anyway. As I'm recording this, I'm not dead. By the time I post it, something could have happened by then. Knock on wood. But, who knows? Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. I'm glad I'm able to cover it. And I really don't think that, God is done with me yet. He's brought me very, very far over the last, 35 years. I got a birthday coming up too in a couple of weeks. Actually about 15 days from now, my birthday. So my 36th birthday. And the doctors, they told me I wasn't supposed to live to see 25, and I'm about to hit 36. Hopefully, God willing, knock on wood. Keep knocking on wood. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get better. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting my treatments. That should come to an end pretty soon. And then, I'm going to go back up to Birmingham. And then that's when they tell me, if the tumor's gotten any smaller or if it's the same size or, we just go from there one day at a time, right? But I just want to thank everybody for listening and everyone for supporting me always and for being concerned about me and worried about me. And, I'm back and I'm going to keep putting out these episodes. I'm going to keep being petty. I'm going to keep being funny. I'm going to keep talking shit because it's what I do best. It's talk shit. It's talk shit, be petty, eat cookies. That's what I do best. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop any of those things. If doing any of those things is wrong, I don't want to be right. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up. I'm going to put it up. Like I said, I'm going to get with one of my producers or my new producer and see will she be interested in recording another episode later on this afternoon. And hopefully I get that up on Monday on my mom's birthday. Happy birthday again, Mom. But, yeah, thank y'all for listening. And I'll holler. I think I got a few more seconds. Yeah, share this on your page. Share this right now. If you made it this far, share this episode and go back and listen to all my old episodes. Scroll down on follow me on Facebook, Johnny Knows Best. And thank y'all for listening. Don't get murdered. This guy still, it's real out there. Watch out for this dude. He crazy. And don't believe everybody that say they got attacked by Trump supporters, even though Trump is kind of crazy too. He crazy in a different way. He building a wall. It's a state of emergency now. A state of emergency over a damn wall. This motherfucker. Anyway, I'll holler.